Hello and welcome to another episode of the Appelboom Bites podcast. Today is episode number 92 already, and it's going to be an amazing episode. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I will not do this all by myself. I will have a co-host and a very special guest again. And of course, we also have the chat on YouTube. So if you have any questions for me, our co-host, or our guest, feel free to ask them in the comment section. First, let me introduce our co-host because I'm so happy with her. She is the one and only Azizah, aka GourmetPens. Welcome on the show,
Hello.
Azizah.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's so wonderful to do this together with you. It's always a lot of joy. It's like the highlight of my week to do
We're a
this
good
together with you.
team. Yes,
Yes,
we're a good team.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And what I told you before the show, I'm gonna visit Toronto in
Yes.
February, and we'll
We're gonna hang
see each
out.
other there.
It'll be so good.
Yes. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
will be going there with my family, visiting family over there. Hopefully there's some snow because that's the whole goal to go there.
There probably will be. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be cold.
That's
Yeah.
I will bring some extra jackets then.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's so good to have you here, Azizah. And we have also a very special guest on the show. Let me introduce him because it is the one and only Nikhil Ranjan. He's the CEO of Sheaffer and GourmetPens. Welcome back on the show, Nikhil. How are you?
Hey, Joost. Hello, Azizah. It's my pleasure to be back on this show. I realize that Azizah is joining us from Canada, you're joining us from the Netherlands, and I'm here in India. So we are at the two ends of the earth.
Yeah, we are everywhere.
Joost
We
in
are
between.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Azizah, it's 10 o'clock in the morning for you.
Yes.
It's 4 p.m. for me. And what time is it at your place, Nikhil?
This is 7:33 p.m.
Oh, okay.
It's every time zone we
Every
have
time
covered
zone.
here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. I would also like to welcome everybody in the chat. Simar, I also say hello, chat, so that's good. Probably we have some more time zones in the chat, but that's what makes this fun, of course, to do this. Before we start the podcast, we always start with a pen check. And Azizah, I would like to ask you to start with yours.
Okay.
The pen check.
I'm very excited about this because it's a very special pen. So it is a Sheaffer, obviously. And it is the Valiant, and it is one of the music nibs. I don't know if it'll show up because it's really small, but it's a music nib. And it has a little heart breather hole, 2 slits 3 times.
So cute.
It is very cool. It is a 14 karat gold nib, and I have it inked with a Sheaffer emerald green, but like an old one, an old Sheaffer ink with the little ink bottles, ink wells in the bottles. So very, very cool. It's very special and one of my favorite pens.
What was the name again of the model?
The Sheaffer Valiant. It's from it's. This one was made in Iowa. The imprint is still there. So it says Sheaffer Pen, Fort Madison, Iowa, made in USA. So it's really cool. It's a really interesting piece.
It's a real vintage piece, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's what I love about Sheaffer, the heritage of the brand.
Yeah.
It goes back for so long. So that's super nice. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Azizah. Nikhil, what fountain pen do you carry with you today?
That's right. No prizes for guessing. So I'm carrying the. Can you get that? Yeah, this is the Sheaffer 2025 Legacy,
Nice.
and we introduced this a few months ago, and this is my go-to pen at the moment. But I'll also tell you what's on my desk and what's coming up later this year. But that's for later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later on in the show. But that's yours. Have a medium nib or a fine nib?
Mine's a medium. I like my nibs a little wet.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's good. because
I
it was
approve.
launched with a medium nib earlier this year. But you have some good nibs, Sorry, you have some good news for the
And
people
good
that love to
nibs.
write with, and good nibs for the people that love to write with finer nibs, right?
Absolutely. So I guess half the world uses the medium, and probably the other half uses the fine. And we're going to be introducing the fine version of the Legacy 2025 in the next few weeks. So it should be available in stores in November.
Oh, that's super exciting! Super happy
Ooh.
for that. We have some people waiting for that already. Well, because I got some emails from customers saying like, "Yeah, I want to have the Sheaffer Legacy, but actually, I like fine nips usually better. But you know, what shall I do?" And I was like, maybe you have to wait a couple of weeks, but there might be some news in November. So we already have a couple of people waiting for that. So they're really happy with your fine nip. Look what we have here. Hi from Lisbon, Portugal, Joost and guests. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat here today. Let's have a look at my pen check. I also have, of course, a Sheaffer, and I have the Sheaffer icon here.
Oh, that's
The red.
pretty.
Yeah, it has black trims on it. It has, of course, the Sheaffer dot on the cap, and also a very interesting nib. And the Sheaffer name is on the grip section over there, as you can see.
Very nice.
It's a very nice pen. It's in the current collection, right, Nikhil?
That's correct.
Yes. So it's in the current collection, and it's a really nice model. It's a really nice pen. And what I also like about it, it's not that expensive. So if you see this pen, you think like, wow, this is an expensive pen. It looks really expensive. It is not. And it's, by the way, this is not the only Sheaffer pen that have that same feeling. So maybe it's a quite interesting story to tell. When customers come in the store and they want to buy a gift for somebody, if you are going to give a gift, you always like to give a gift that is very expensive, right? But you don't want to spend too much money on it. So that's the whole goal for a lot of people that want to give gifts. Give an expensive gift, but it doesn't, you want to save money. And with the Sheaffer 300, they always have that feeling because it's so heavy. They got the value of the heaviness, like, okay, it's really heavy, but it's not expensive. So it's a perfect gift for a lot of people, and we experience that in the store. A lot of people come in the store, want to buy a gift, and they turn up to buy the Sheaffer 300. So actually, I should have grabbed that one as my pen check for today, but well, maybe next time. So yeah, that's my pen check, Sheaffer icon.
Very nice. I like the colors.
Really,
the black and red
really
is really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. There's also a blue edition, but yeah.
I think you're quite an icon in the fountain pen world, so I guess that's the right pen for you.
That's Azizah. That's her.
Azizah, okay.
I just need it to be hot pink. That's all.
Yeah.
Hot pink and black again. Yeah. That's a very lovely pen. Very nice choice.
All right, let's start the podcast because, Nikhil, we have a question for you from our previous guest, which was Salvatore from Leonardo. And his question for you was, what do you like in a fountain pen?
Quick answer, and I have a more thought out answer. The quick answer is that the writing experience in a fountain pen is unmatched. And the more thought out answer is that I could change the color of ink as per my choice. I could use the color that sounds most exciting to me. So for me, these two are my top reasons.
Yeah,
makes
I like
sense.
the ink.
And Azizah, for you, what do you like in a fountain pen?
Oh, the writing experience, you're right, it is unmatched. It just feels so relaxing and soothing. And then watching the ink come out of the nib and come out on the page and seeing the color, because I totally agree with you. It's about the ink colors and just seeing the color and how beautiful it is. It's really exciting, especially the way that I use my pens with very broad nibs and just kind of coloring and drawing. And I do a lot of art with my pens. in addition to writing, it's it's so it's so satisfying, and it just feels like a moment of peace for me. So I I just enjoy writing with my pens. So that's why I just want to, like, all the time, I just want to be playing with pens and writing and drawing. So it's a good feeling.
I think that's an honest answer. And I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
A good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sounds good. Nikhil, I want to talk about Shaver a little bit with you because, well, the ownership of the brand is now with you for how long? A couple of months now?
No, that's now 3 years used.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of months.
A couple
So,
of
so how do you experience now the ownership of a brand with such a long history?
Well, you've heard me say this before. I'm going to say it again. I think we are very privileged to be the new owners of this wonderful brand with such a rich heritage. If you look at Sheaffer, which has been around for a little more than 110 years, and its contribution to the world of fine writing, fountain pens, inks, and so on, I think the contribution is unmatched. Whether it's the cigar-shaped pen, or whether it is the different filling mechanisms, starting with the lever filling mechanism to the touchdown to the snorkel, the different nibs, the inlaid nib that first appeared in 1959, the wraparound nib, and so on and so forth. I could go on. The use of different materials, starting with the radite material in the 20s. So there are so many innovations that Sheaffer has to its name. So we are really pleased, proud, and privileged to be the new owners and to be able to shape the future of this wonderful brand.
I can completely understand that. We have a question here from in the comments. The legacy model is currently made in China. Will future shaver production be done in India?
You're absolutely right. The current legacy model is indeed made in China. But for us, what we stand for with Sheaffer is quality. So whether it's made in China, whether it's made in India, or whether made in any other part of the world, we want to make sure that we offer the best possible product to our consumer. By the way, Sheaffer stopped manufacturing in Iowa, Fort Madison, Iowa in 2007. And I think most of the production moved to China and different other parts of the world in 2007. So when we acquired the brand, we just continued our associations with the factories that manufactured Sheaffer. We haven't changed anything. We've just improved the quality standards. We made it more consistent. We worked on our nibs and made it a lot more consistent than it was in the past. So yeah, we don't know where the future production is going to be, but we'll always stand by what we produce.
Nice. Yeah, of course. I think that's pretty fair. And so far, because we sold quite a lot of those legacies, and we shipped also a lot of those to customers, we didn't get any feedback yet of
no
anything.
issue complaints, like
no complaints. So with okay, this is a relaunch, but with launches, it typically it's quite normal, to have some flaws, to have some issues, because, well, that's what happens with new stuff. But with this one, zero, nothing. And maybe because it's a relaunch, so maybe, Nikhil, you can explain a little bit more about that. Like, maybe you had the drawings of how it was made in the past, and you could still like recreate that. But I think that you did this all from scratch, right?
That's correct, Used. If you remember, the pens that featured the inlaid nib in the past, the Legacy in particular, featured the gold nib. And the inlaid nib is particularly difficult to achieve because it's co-molded. There is the plastic or the ABS part of it, and the metal part of it, and they have to come together. And one of the most common issues that one would get would be leakages. So we had to work on different materials, which is now steel. The nib is now made of steel, and not gold like it was earlier. So we had to recreate everything from scratch. Although we had the designs, we had to recreate the molds. We had to do our various testing and iterations to make sure that we had a consistent and reliable product at the end, which we could offer to our consumers. So it has taken us nearly 2+ years in order to get where we are. But having come so far, I think future production for the inlaid nib, the legacy, and pen models that will feature the inlaid nib will be a lot more frequent.
Okay, so the Targa might be an option for the future.
You never know.
No, super happy for that. I always loved the inlaid nibs on the shavers.
Yeah.
My father was a really big shaver fan, so at home we had like all the shavers that were out there. When he passed away, and you start opening some drawers and things like that, we found shavers everywhere. In the store, back in the bookstore, we had this little pen corner, and of all the pens we had a few, but with shaver it was like drawers full of shavers. So
that's so cool.
it's like shaver is really like in the Appelboom family. It's really a thing. It's still used by my mother, by everybody in the family, because my father always gave shavers as a gift to all the family members. But the inlaid nibs, that's something that's so special. That's still, it's unique.
Yeah, and beautiful. It looks really, really elegant. So, like for myself, as somebody who buys pens often based on how they look and how they write, but they look really pretty. So it's very tempting. Very appealing.
Did I already send you one, Azizah? One of the legacies?
Not yet.
Not yet. Then we have to.
We'll arrange that. Well, yeah, because
take care of that.
I look forward to trying that out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Simar has another question. Any plans to bring more tipping options on the shavers?
Yes, we're going to introduce the fine nib in the next few weeks. We're working on a broad nib, and we're working on the extra fine nib. But all that will take some time and will come out in due course. Yeah.
Right. That's great, though, to expand the offerings like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I also want to compliment you about, Nikhil, not because that you're here, but I also say it to other brands, is the way that you rebuild the brand. Like you started with the lower end products, and you build it up like the more expensive ones. But also with the launch of the Legacy, you didn't launch it with like all the nib options immediately and just go straight away, but slowly. You don't have to rush things. Just first, let us try the medium. If everything is fine, we're going with if everything is fine, we go with the fine as well. And then, now with the broad and the extra fine, I like how you do that slowly and, at your own pace, and don't rush things to, just have it out there.
Yes, we've been in this business for now long enough to make sure that whatever we do, we'd like to get it right. It's not always that you get it right, but the intention is to get it right. So we launched the coffee last year. It was accepted very well. Thanks to its success, we introduced the coffee fragrant ink earlier this year. Again, it's been warmly received by our customers. And I'm super happy that we have now come out with a legacy. It's in medium, and we'll soon have the fine, and we'll soon have other finishes, and so on and so on. So, yeah.
Oh, other finishes as well.
Ooh.
Right, yes.
That's exciting.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you also have a hot pink? Because I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah. just a suggestion.
Well, then Azizah, I must tell you that we will have a very pretty pink that is going to come out early December as a part of the collection which we're going to be launching, which is the collaboration that we're going to be announcing very soon.
Awesome.
So maybe more later about that collaboration. But I must share with you the other pen that I have on my desk. It's the new Legacy, which is the bicolor Legacy featuring the gold appointments. You can see that, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And then let me show you the nib. So we have the gold nib. gold-plated nib. Sorry, excuse me. So that's coming up sometime next year, early next year.
So nice. But it's still stainless steel, right? Stainless steel nib with gold plate.
That's correct. IP gold-plated. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty. That's indeed pretty. I have another interesting question here from Milan Decker. How do you plan to connect Sheaffer with the new generation of writers and creators? It's a good one.
Good question. So, as you know, Sheaffer has stood for excellence in writing. And with the launch of the Legacy, it's our commitment to bring back some of the popular and exciting models from the past. So these are products like the Legacy, which would excite a pen enthusiast. But on the other end, we also know that Sheaffer is gifted quite often. And people who are writers, creators, people who journal would enjoy writing with a Sheaffer pen, not necessarily having to pay, let's say, more than $200 to $250 for a pen like the Legacy. So we have a range of products for such price points, which is largely the gifting price point, which is 50, 60, 70 euro or 50, 60, $70, as the case may be. Like I mentioned, we introduced the coffee last year. Earlier this year, we introduced the Expressions collection, which has brighter colors, which has a new box, and designed to appeal to a younger, more modern consumer. You could call it Gen Z or the millennial consumer. And I'm very, very excited to talk about our upcoming collaboration with Emily in Paris. That's right.
Wow.
Netflix. Yeah, you know Emily in Paris. It's the
Yes.
hit show from Netflix. Emily in Paris is doing a season 5, and they're launching in December. So we'll be launching a collection of writing instruments, journals, and accessories as a part of this collaboration. And Azizah, we'll have that lovely pink for you, featuring a lovely Swarovski crystal on the top.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Wait. Is this the Emily in Paris collection, or is this the Azizah in Paris collection? Because I'm a little bit confused now.
No,
that is really cool.
Once Azizah uses it, she'll be transported, teleported to Paris.
Yeah.
I look forward to that very much.
Sure.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
But that's indeed a great way, to inspire a new generation, of writers and creators with collaborations like that, and have this wider audience. Because of course, we all in the pen world, we know Sheaffer, but I can imagine that a lot of people out there maybe are not familiar with that. But making this collaboration and your brand with such a strong brand name as Emily in Paris, that really helps, I think, for the brand Sheaffer.
Yeah,
that's correct. Azizah, we all know that young people love to use digital devices, and if you have to appeal to them, if you want to excite them with a product that we all are so passionate about and what we like to use every day, you got to give them more than one reason. So yes, of course, it's a pen, but when it represents something like Emily in Paris, Emily who stands for fashion, excitement, the aspiration of her life in Paris, I'm sure it will excite young women and young men, men who would probably want to gift it to a woman.
Yeah, it's a nice gift, nice Christmas gift.
Yeah,
that's right.
I like that. Yeah,
that's good timing.
It's for all the wish lists. Nikhil, may I ask you, how does that process works to do a collaboration with such a Netflix series? Do they give you some guidelines? Okay, it has to be pink and there have to be Swarovskis on there, or will they just ask you hey, Nikhil, make something nice, and we will say if it's good or not good?
No, I think it's an iterative process used. So we receive what are known as design guidelines and the mood board from the brand. And we we get down to design using inspiration from the show, from the color palette that they have given us, the mood board that they have given us, and we showcase to them our initial design prototypes, and we take feedback. We jointly work on improving it. And like I said, we go through a few rounds of design back and forth, and finally we come up with a collection that they are happy with, we are happy with, and which hopefully should excite the consumer.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, because it's not only pens, right? It's notebooks as well, inks. It's like everything.
That's right. So we'll have journals, notebooks, accessories, small leather accessories, travel cases, and so on. Yeah.
That's great.
Super excited for that. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. I saw here another question.
There's some really good questions coming in. I really like what people are thinking about.
Yeah, I saw here. Oh, this is a good question, maybe. Hello from Austria. A dumb question. We don't have any dumb questions here, but anyway, what filling mechanisms uses Sheaffer?
Well, we have the regular cartridge converter, and we have cartridges. So those are the only two ink filling systems we have. But let me tell you, we're working on something exciting, which is over and above the two that I mentioned, but that you'll have to wait until next year.
Okay, all right. So we will have some patience. But Sheaffer in the past, of course, had a lot of different filling mechanisms, back in the days. So
that's correct. Yeah, like I mentioned, in the year 1913, Sheaffer burst into the scene with its very innovative lever filling mechanism, for which it had a patent for many, many, many decades. And it has introduced, it in the past introduced very many other filling mechanisms apart from the lever filler.
Yeah. I have here Ashim Shom as well. I'm from India. I'm a big fan of Sheaffer. I have one old Prelude, an old Legacy Heritage, and new Legacy also. And I did saw my grandmother's vintage Sheaffer's pen, which was available in Indian market before 1947.
Wow.
So, it's he's making another comment now. Please relaunch Sheaffer's lifetime with vacuum filling mechanism. That model was launched in India after World War II. My maternal grandfather used to write with Sheaffer's lifetime. So, small suggestion for you, Nikhil, to learn some new things.
Yeah.
Right. Every time I come across such comments, meet people who talk about their old Sheaffers, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. No,
And,
honestly, your life is quite easy because
I
of
wish.
all the input that you get, right?
Everyone's suggesting, they're like, this is exactly what I want.
Yeah.
I wish, because that just increases the responsibility that we have, and to make sure that we get our products absolutely right. Well, thank you so much, Ashim, for those wonderful suggestions. Like I said, product development is not a quick process. It takes many, many iterations. It's a long drawn process. You sometimes get quality right, sometimes not. And we want to make sure that we continue to progress, continue to improve, and whatever we introduce, we want to get it right. So thank you for all those suggestions. We'll put them in our things to do, and let's see when we can bring them on.
There are plenty. Nikhil, I was just wondering, Sheaffer, of course, has this long history, big heritage of things that they created in the past. You're now the owner since 3 years, but is it all documented? Like everything that was made in the past? So let's say you want to bring the Targa back, just giving an example. Like, do they have like a file of, here, this is how you make the Targa, this is how we did it in the past, good luck? Or do you have to do everything from scratch again?
Well, that's the short answer to your question is no. But that's unfortunate. We have lost a lot of archives. We have lost a lot of wealth of information that existed. because unfortunately the Sheaffer factory closed down in 2007, and after that production shifted to China and various other parts. And I think in that process, a lot of it was lost. So if we have to produce anything, we just have photographs, we have a few drawings, and we have models. Most of the models we have from the past, but it's not complete. It's not comprehensive. Azizah showed us the Valiant. We don't even have a sample of the Valiant with us in our archives. It's a pity, but I'd want to take this
opportunity. You can make Azizah a good offer. Maybe you can.
Yeah.
Sure, Azizah, we'll trade that with an Emily in Paris lovely pink pen. Yeah.
I would love to see that recreated. It would be incredible.
Jokes apart, I think I would want to use this opportunity to appeal to a lot of your viewers and fans of Sheaffer. If you have information from the past, archives from the past, photographs of pen models, we'd love to get them from you. Even if you can send us electronic copies of what you have, we'd be very happy, because we have started to piece together this archive of pens and information and content and drawings from the past. That's also going to help people when they come to us wanting us to service some of the pens from years and years ago.
Right.
So all this is not going to be easy, because we have been the owners just for 3 years, and this 100 years of history. We have started this process, and I'd love for people to reach out to us and help us with whatever they have and
that
whatever
is
they can share with us.
Great appeal to contribute, and I'm sure there are a lot of people. There are a lot of like Sheaffer experts who have records, and I've seen digital drawings, like I've seen copies of things that are fascinating. Like even advertisements might be useful to be able to see how things were sketched out, and I'm just so excited about the prospect. Like, so it's crowdfunding knowledge or crowdsourcing knowledge. That's very cool. I love that.
Yeah.
We welcome anything.
If you have anything, just let us know. We will get you in contact, and you can just pass it through. So it's important to save Sheaffer.
Thank you.
Right? Yeah, no problem.
I love that.
What I want to talk about? Oh yeah, sorry. The coffee ink, of course, you already mentioned it a little bit earlier. It was launched earlier this year, and it's a huge success.
Oh, it's been received very warmly, and I'm writing with a fountain pen with the coffee fragrant ink, so I love it.
Nice.
I can't drink coffee all day, but I can still smell coffee all day. So I'm excited.
I thought you were gonna say I can't drink the ink.
Oh yes.
Only Azizah does drink inks. Don't do that.
It's like disclaimer: nobody else should do it.
Nikhil, KYZ, KW, I don't know, KYZ, also introduced the coffee, smells like coffee ink. What's the big difference between your coffee ink, smells like coffee smelling ink?
Yeah, so our ink, or the Sheaffer ink, smells a lot sweeter. It's more caramelly compared to some of the other coffee fragrant inks in the market. So, I have a sweet tooth. I like my dessert. So I love the coffee that we have produced.
Okay,
that sounds delicious.
Nice, very nice. Yeah.
It sounds delicious.
Azizah, do you have some pens inked up with fragrant ink?
Not at the moment, but I do use a couple of scented inks, like the Mont Blanc Elixir collections, the parfumeurs. And they smell very nice, but nothing smells delicious like coffee. They're more perfumes.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different fragrance.
It's different. So I'm gonna have to try out the coffee.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
We're gonna make that happen as well.
Yes.
No worries. All right, I need to Let's see what Simar is saying.
Scented inks are a secret
Scented
weapon.
inks are a secret weapon. Exactly.
It makes for great letters to friends.
Exactly. The vintage shaver advertisements were amazing. Simar, if you have any, please feel free to share them with Nikhil because he's waiting for them. He would love to see those. In the meantime, I have to talk also a little bit about some other new products that are recently launched at the Appelboom website.
New products.
As usual. One of these pens, it is the Montegrappa Avanguardia series. It's a new series of Montegrappa, and the first pen in that series is the Montgolfier. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but please forgive me. Anyway, it's one of those Montegrappas that are really have a lot of things going on the pen. It is a turquoise pen with gold ornaments on it. It costs 6,900 euros without VAT. So we're talking about a serious pen here.
Yeah.
It's really large, and yeah, you should just have to check it out. I saw it in real life at Montegrappa before the summer, and it's super nice. It's really like an eye catcher, and yeah, it's something huge. Azizah, have you seen the photos of it?
I'm looking at it right now. It's a beautiful blue.
Yeah.
That's really.
Is it blue or is it turquoise? Or how do I have to? What is teal?
It's like a sky blue, like a sky blue in a way.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
You're right. There's a lot going on on that pen.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of detail on it. Wow.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. So that's sterling silver lost wax techniques used, and that's finished with vermeil accent, so that makes it a little bit gold. It's not solid gold, but still, it's super nice. And have you seen the pen, Nikhil, on photos?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's something that you really have to look at. And
I will. I made a note of that.
It's to the Montgolfier brothers and their first maned balloon escant in 1783. So it's very nice. All right, the second pen that I want to talk about, which I am super excited about myself, it is the new Pelikan, which they launched last week. It is the Souverain M809, the black matte version. It's a completely blacked out Pelikan M800. And the Pelikan people, they visited our store last week and they showed it me here in person. And it's so super nice how they created this whole blackout pen. And I was wondering, like, why did Pelikan never did that before? But yeah, I'm so happy that they have that right now. And yeah, I'm super excited for that. Azizah, have you seen that?
The pictures look so cool. I cannot wait to see that in person. Yeah. It is just, you're right. Why haven't they done this before? It's so fun. It's so interesting.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, they always had the gold and the silver trims, silver color trims, and they only had the black trim once on an M200 model, if you remember. The white one,
the Stormtrooper.
Really long ago.
Yeah.
The Stormtrooper, exactly.
Wow, you're
and
right.
I think it was last year that they launched the 670 that was also white with black.
Yeah.
And so this is like the third pen with black details. And it's a little bit confusing because now it's the 809, so with the 9 on the end. With the 600, it was the 670. So I'm not sure what's now the black trim number, but anyway, I'm super happy that they're launching this. And yeah, I just love blackout pens. That's the thing that I like.
It's really cool. It's really cool. It'll match every ink very well.
Yeah, it's something that Sheaffer is doing already, but you know, I'm happy that Pelikan is also picking this up now.
Yeah.
Yes, I just saw the pen. It looks beautiful. We launched the all black gunmetal earlier this year. It was called the Ionic. So we have that as a part of our collection as well.
Yeah, it's so nice, you know, to have everything in black. It's like one color. It's so
except the white dot.
Except
Yes, of course, of course.
The mark of quality, of course.
Yes.
It's very important.
All right, let me go through the comments real quick. We have John Lopez here in the chat. Hello, John. Nikhil, Shaver has a special place in my heart. My mother passed away last November, and I found one of her Shaver fountain pens. Well, my condolences first of all, but it's something nice, that you have. You have something from your mother that you can keep like this, so that's a good thing. And he's
John,
also asking,
my condolences to begin with. We often underestimate the power of the pen because they make such timeless gifts. And the most commonly the conversation that I most commonly have with regarding Sheaffer is exactly this. When people come to me and say, my father had this and this is my grandfather's collection, it was the last gift that they gave me before they passed, and so on and so on. So long live the pen.
Yeah, exactly. John is also asking me about if I'm being affected by the minimum rules in the US. Well, the thing is, it might be strange, but you can ask Azizah.
Yeah.
Import fees and duties are like in the rest of the world are quite common. So it's only for the US customer, it's something new.
Yeah.
But, well, it was now introduced 6 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, something like that,
about
1.5
that.
months ago.
Yeah.
And the first couple of weeks, people were a little bit hesitant about placing orders overseas, I think. But now it's picked up again, and people are just used to it, and they understand that this have to be paid like we already did in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But so far, we don't experience any issues. I know that, but as maybe you can explain a little bit better, because in Canada, the Canadian Post doesn't send stuff over, right?
Right, because well, I mean, they're on strike right now, so like they're not doing anything for us. So we're on hold and just hoping that everything will resolve soon. It's very inconvenient.
It would be nice.
Yeah,
It
would be nice.
Not so nice. Not so
Yeah.
nice. What can you do? Azizah, do you have a question for Nikhil?
Yeah. Okay, I was thinking about this as we were talking and about getting the younger generation writing. And if you could tell someone something about fountain pens, like what would you say to them to convince them to try it, like to give it a shot, to experience a fountain pen?
Well, that's an interesting question. But I think you just have to offer someone who's not used a fountain pen the opportunity to write with a fountain pen vis-a-vis, let's say, a ballpoint pen or any other writing mode. And when they start using the fountain pen and they realize the experience it offers, the flexibility it offers, and the nuances that are involved in writing with a nib and the various types of nibs and tips that are available, all you got to do is spend some time and attention to the fountain pen. And I think most people will continue to use a fountain pen. We've seen that over and over again. We have children, school-going kids, university students. When they start using a fountain pen, they rarely go back unless they want to scribble something and they want to do something quick. If it's more deliberate writing, it's usually a fountain pen.
Oh, I like deliberate writing. That's a good distinction. Yeah, I like that. Very nice.
Yeah, that's very good. Nikhil, I was also wondering, like, of course, you also run the William Pen chain in India. So with all the retail store, retail pen store in India with a lot of locations, and you also have to run Shaver all the time. Like, how do you balance that out? Because it's both is like a full-time job, and you're doing it all by yourself. So how do you do two full-time jobs?
Sure. So
and your wife and kids also wants to see you sometimes. So it's like you also have a family.
3 full-time jobs.
No, Thank you for that. But I have a good team, and we've been doing this for many years. So I have a very capable team who run the William Penn side of the business, and I thoroughly enjoy running the retail side of the business because it gives us an opportunity to talk to the customers. Like you talk to various customers and you hear from them firsthand what they like, what they don't like. And through the William Penn stores, we get to interact with customers. We hear what they say. They tell us what they like, and they also tell us what they would like to see in Sheaffer and in other brands. So on the William Penn side of the business, we offer a choice to our customers through the various brands that we retail. And of course, on the Sheaffer side of the business, we're passionate about what we produce and how we can excite customers through Sheaffer.
Yeah, I think it's a big advantage for you as a brand, so for Sheaffer as a brand, that you have all that knowledge from the retailer side and also all the feedback that you get from end consumers. Like, okay, what is it that they really like? Because sometimes I'm talking with brands and they literally have no idea what's going on, like what's really going on with the end consumers, because there's no contact between the end consumer and the brand, because yeah, well, there's no direct connection over there. So sometimes you get some information, but it's not everything, and most of the time it's filtered. So the retailer that's in between there only tells the good stories to the brand, to please the brand and say how great they are, so maybe they get a better discount, but they will not tell the complaints because, well, that might hurt their relation, I think. So you're a big advantage over there.
Yeah.
You're right, Just, and I have a simple guideline for my team in William Penn. I tell them that I need to receive only complaints or suggestions to improve. I don't want compliments. Don't tell me what's right. Just give me complaints without sugarcoating anything. And there's so much that you can learn from people's feedback. So you're right. We are truly blessed to be able to have a direct conversation with the consumer through the William Penn stores.
Yeah. That's brave to be willing to hear complaints and issues, because like Yo said, a lot of companies ignore them, avoid them, pretend they don't exist, and just kind of hope that a customer will go away with their issue and not raise it further. So it's very nice to hear that you're willing to learn from them.
Yeah. Thank you, Azizah. Yeah. Thank you.
Simar is saying on your question, Azizah, the lack of hand cramps made me switch to hands.
That's a good reason.
John is answering to that. Yes, ink sticks, ballpoint pens cause cramps. So yeah, that's a good reason for that. Nikhil, wait. John has something.
Oh, you're on tornado watch.
We are on tornado watch over
there
in my part of Southern California at the
moment. That's unusual.
Oh, wow.
I hope you stay safe.
Yes.
And that I love that you're here with us, but hope that you stay safe. Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah. That's dangerous. All right, sorry. Nikhil, is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we have to end the show?
No, Just, it's been an absolute pleasure being with Azizah and yourself. We did this, I think, 2 years ago. And I remember 2 years ago, we were talking about the plans that we had to bring back the legacy and so on. All I can say is that we're pleased to have the legacy as a part of our collection now. We're going to be introducing the fine nib. We're going to be introducing new finishes in the legacy. But let me also tell you that we have a very exciting project we're working on to bring back one of the most iconic fountain pens from Sheaffer's history. And that's going to happen sometime next year. So that's something that we're excited about, and more to come in the world of fine writing. At the same time, we're also excited about our collaboration with Emily in Paris, which will soon hit the shelves, probably late November. So lots going on, lots of exciting stuff, keeps all of us on our toes. And hopefully you'll all be excited as much as we are, trying to bring you good stuff.
Wonderful.
That's it from me.
Well, Your announcement got people going because Simara is saying, "Is it the PFM?"
PFM snorkel.
John is saying, "Is that the snorkel pen?" So
Leave us
well,
guessing.
really, yeah,
Yeah.
something is really going on there.
Yeah.
Another question, Nikhil. Gold nips. What do you think about gold
Mhm.
nips? Will the gold nips come back?
Yes, they will. But gold being so expensive today,
Yes.
we now need to make sure that we price it correctly,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and ensure the quality is right. So it will come. That's the answer. We don't know when.
Yeah. Because I'm also thinking, of course, you do all the research, right? But if you do the research and development with gold nips and something goes wrong,
That's a
it's
lot
an
of.
expensive mistake.
It's quite an investment. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct. So and it costs a lot more money to work and tinker with gold nips. So
Yeah.
so we're going to do that sometime in the future.
Oh, that's good. We have here a question from Nauzer Mystery saying, Nikhil, if you do want to hear about suggestions or improvements, how do we directly contact you? Is there some kind of way that where people can reach out to you?
Yes, thank you very much, Nauzer. We'd welcome any suggestions for us to improve what we offer. You can write to me. It's Nikhil at williampen.net. Used, can you put that on the chat box? And you can always reach Used, who will redirect it to me as well. That's correct.
Is that
That's right.
correct?
That's
Is that
correct.
correct?
That was fast.
Perfect. Yeah, super
Yes,
fast.
I'm
It was
impressed.
already planned. It was already planned. You know, it was already there.
Very nice.
No.
It's really wonderful that you are willing to do that. I think that's
Yeah.
as a consumer and a pen lover and just somebody who likes to see the trajectory of Sheaffer. I think it's really nice that you're just willing to hear the feedback. So
And
thank
the
you.
thing is,
Thank you very much for that.
Shaver feels to me like it's a brand of the community. Like everybody is involved, everybody
Right.
is doing their part. So
Yeah.
that's yeah,
It's a little
what I
it's a
really like about
village.
it.
It's a village that we are.
Yes,
Yeah. We're a
yeah.
village. Very nice.
So yeah, and super exciting for the upcoming releases in next year, and
Yeah.
also in December, of course, with Emily in Paris.
I can't
That's super
wait.
cool. Yes. How
Like
long do
just
we have to wait before we see some teasers of it?
Well, it's all going to happen in the next 4 weeks. So
okay.
we'll
Okay.
be releasing that on social media exactly this time next month, 19th of November to be precise. So we start our teasers and you'll see a lot more after that.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. John, take care.
Take care, John. Stay
And
safe.
stay safe indeed with the tornado going on. All right. So in a couple of days it all starts, and we just have to make sure to keep an eye out on the socials of Sheaffer of what's going on.
Very nice. We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we have to end the show here now. But before we do that, Nikhil, I always have to ask you for a question to start with the next episode for our next guest.
Sure. So we all know that fountain pens are here to stay. And if I were to go ahead 100 years later, I'm sure fountain pens will be still relevant, but I'd love to know how a fountain pen would look 100 years later.
That's such a
That
good
is a
question.
good one.
That's so cool. I like that.
Yes. All right.
Excellent.
Right. That's a really good question, and we're gonna ask that question to a very interesting person. It's Francesco Borghesi, the CEO of Visconti. So I'm really curious about his view on this.
Yeah,
How
especially
he
with
sees it.
Visconti, with their
Yes,
creations. That's very interesting.
yeah, it's a
So,
really interesting one.
and do let me know what he has to say if I miss your episode.
I will let you know. I will let you know. It's especially funny because Visconti will launch a new pen tomorrow. I don't know if I actually can talk about it or not, but they will. You know that you had the Carbon Noir. last year with the carbon and the bronze. They will launch a new one on that series tomorrow at 3 p.m. Netherlands time, and there will be some blue inside there. So it's he will be our guest in 2 weeks, Francesco, and hopefully he can show us the pen there, and
very cool.
we can ask him some questions and also ask him how he sees the fountain pen in 100 years. So good one.
Very good one.
Yeah. Nikhil, thank you so much for joining us here today and sharing all your thoughts and ideas and all giving all the previews for stuff that's coming up. So in the upcoming year, we can all be excited and wait for that. And, especially with the Emily in Paris upcoming weeks already. So we can already wait for that. Thank you for that, Nikhil.
Thank you very much, Azizah. Thank you very much, Joost. Always a pleasure chatting with you, and I look forward to meeting you in person, Joost, probably in Frankfurt.
Nice.
Yes, would be fun to see you there again. Azizah, thank you so much. Next week we will not be here, but the week after we see each other again with Mr. Pogesi from Visconti, and we're going to have a lot of fun again. So everybody in the chat, thank you so much as well.
Thank you, everybody.
Simar is wishing you a lot of success with the new models, Nikhil. So
thank you, Simar.
Of course, also from us. And everybody, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please make sure to do that right now. And also head over to the YouTube channel of GourmetPens, Azizah.
Yay.
She's making more videos now, right, Azizah?
Yes, I am.
So that's good news.
Which is great.
Well.
Which is great. Yeah.
All right. Everybody, I see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.